So yeah, from them, like we separated, all of us we go our different ways, going also to push, on our own self and stuff. So after that, I went to this other church. My friend, introduced me to his church. So that day I just went because I'm a person that I love God. I love the things of God. I so much love God. Like, I feel like He is the reason why I'm still alive today. You get it? So I love God. I love everything that God says about God. So when He asked me to follow Him to go to his church, I went there with him. So as we were there, we were worshiping and everything. It was an awesome service that day. The worship team, they were doing well, dancing, praising was point. Like the atmosphere was so awesome. So the man of God came. As he came, he was busy talking to people. So it was actually my first time there. So he came to me and said, you were actually born to play soccer. I'm seeing you in overseas. I'm seeing you in so places and stuff. Like, so after that, he also harbored me again and put me in his academy because he got. When I say it's an academy, I would say it's an academy because he helps the guys also to raise them, to send them to overseas. You see, so he put me there. He started also managing me, helping me, come, the boss will pick us, go to the training grounds, we finish training and we'll come back. So from there, we had the manager that came, said that, okay, you know what, I like this guy, I want to help them, to send them to overseas, of which means we are 3 of us there. So they said to us, you know what, okay, we help you guys, but you guys also have to help yourself. You have to meet halfway. So I think the money the manager mentioned was $2,000. I think it was $2,000 something dollars. No. Is it $2,000? Yeah, $2,000 something dollars. That was the money that the manager mentioned. So the other guy couldn't afford the money. There was 3 of us. So they said me and that guy should go and try. I came to my brother and told him, I paid my brother, I begged him. This is an opportunity for me. This guy is actually a great guy. He's got a deal for us to Azerbaijan. Direct to team. Even we spoke to, he gave us the voice message of the team that we go in, so the way they say that we are expecting you guys and stuff. So because out of desperation and everything, like, we are eager for us to adhere to whatever that he says, when you are desperate about soccer, you can do anything just to fulfill your dream, So I begged my brother, I ran around, raised $15,000 at the first time. So I gave them, they sent to the guy, and also the other guy sent to the manager. The manager said he has started processing the whole thing, the visa. We should also make sure we complete the rest money before, I think it was 2 days or 3 days. Hey, God. We ran around and raised another 15,000 rands. I think that 15,000 rands is like about $1,000 somewhere there. So we raised it as well. We sent to him. Sending to him, starting from that particular point, we didn't hear anything from him. We didn't hear from the agent again. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. What's going on? They're still working on it. He said they're still working on it, they're still processing it. 4 months, 5 months, what's going on? say there is a way the system is going there. They have to do this thing with. There are a lot of stories coming from him, like we patiently wait so that it won't be as if like, oh, now we are putting him on pressure. 5 months goes to 6 months, 6 months to 7 months, 7 months, 8. Before we know what's happening, we already 1 year. So now we started getting uncomfortable, calling the agent. What is really going on? Why are you doing this to us? You gave us your word that you're going to do these things. Since the first time we put the money in your account, starting from that particular time, you started giving us stories, telling us all kind of stories. We don't even know what's really going on, what's happening. In all those things, we are still patient with him. We still have that patience, He said, no, he's working out something that we should calm down, that he's working out something. From there, now he said to us, are we going to go to China? We said, now from Azerbaijan now to China. Now from there, like a lot of things from there. He said Russia, from Russia. Guys, it was really bad. It was really bad. I don't even know what to say to my brother. Like, I don't even know where to start to explain the whole story. Guys, the whole thing, like, I was really disappointed. I was really, really disappointed. Like, that moment, I was really disappointed. We already know that this guy was already playing with us. Now we started, threatening him as a human being. You can't just leave that kind of money. $2,000. It was a lot of money, It was a lot of money. That moment, I would even have to go and borrow money from someone I don't even know. So we have to now start threatening him. You know what? We don't even want to bring back our money and stuff. We even involve our parents back home. We involve elders, like trying anything in our power to see if we can get back this money from this guy. But all to no avail. Till now, as I'm talking to you, that guy vanished with that money. The other guy got so angry that he cursed him on the phone. Like me, I said, you know what, I didn't really want to talk to him. But in all this thing that was happening, I've never lose my trust and my faith in God. He might be doing whatever I need to. Maybe from my own side, it was actually an agony. Like that moment was actually horrible for me. But it didn't affect my faith. I knew that even this thing didn't happen with this guy. It's okay. My future, my destiny is greater than whatever that is happening right now. So I'm not going to allow this whole thing, to jeopardize, or to reduce the vision that I have for myself or the vision that God has for me. So I was still believing God and knowing that God is going to work out something for me, So at a point, I was like, being angry with this guy is not even going to solve the whole situation. I said, my guy, you know what? Because literally we later got back to him. I said to him, you know what? You really hurt me. You really hurt the people around me. We trusted you this much, gave you the money, you gave us your word, and now you did this to us. Not even considering where we got the money from, not even considering that here we are not comfortable, we are passing through a lot just for us to make a green pasture, and when now you did this thing that you do. I don't actually have enough thing to say to you, but I leave it for God. God knows the best. But if for me to say, you really hurt me as a human being, you really do. You really disappointed me, you disappointed the man of God that we are under his care. You disappointed my friend. Like I don't really know what to say. Like I don't really know what to say. My thing is that even if maybe he took the money and did something, but he took the whole money. He took the whole money without doing nothing. The other guy, I don't even know how that guy managed even to get that money, because the work that he was doing, he was doing this work. He was working as a trolley guy in this villages, and of which me, I even worked there, at some point. So we gathered all this, strength, and gathered all this money together to give to you, just for you to just vanish, and came up with this story with us. We just leave it for you and God. So since then, we stopped talking to him. For me, I stopped talking to him. Same guy, we stopped talking to him. Now we are here. Still on pushing, trying to become something in life. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because of there are some other people out there also that also got the vision, that also got the dreams, that they want to become. I specialize more on soccer players, because soccer players, they're going through a lot. They're going through a lot. Just for them to make sure that they accomplish that their vision and that their purpose, for them to, be able to make ends meet, to take care of maybe their little brothers, their parents, and also take care of themselves. So they go through a lot, and they always take a lot of risk. Going to no man's land, not knowing anybody there. Excuse me. Not knowing anybody there, And most of them, when they get there, most of them, they find it difficult, to get documents there, and they deport them, And most of them, their parents, maybe they sell a plot of land. Most of us that are coming from Africa, it's not easy there. They sell maybe a land, or they raise money or borrow money from people, try to, to help them, for them to go outside the country, for them to pursue their dream. When they get there, it's not going to be easy. So most of them, they end up with managers or with agents that are not the real one. Not that that are the fake one. Although they are the real ones, but in most of cases, because of desperation, how quick you want it to happen, because of time is going on your side and everything, you end up, encountering the wrong one. You see, and most of those things has really put a lot of people, in depression, because now most of them, a lot of people, soccer players, they've quit. They're like, you know what, I can't do this any longer. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because the trauma is too much. It's a lot. It only takes the grace of God, for you to just, be pushing it, and having that focus. It only takes the grace of God. You understand? So how am I saying? I'm saying all these things to encourage some of other people that are out there, that are even back in my country where I'm coming from, that also in other country, whatever country that you are, you really want to become a better soccer player. We are the same. We are in the same shoe. Those other people that are there, they are there. Those other ones that are really in the professional, they are doing well. Sometimes grace also speaks for them, and also hard work also speaks for them. You understand? So I also really want to let you know that we are in this journey together. I don't have a big team that I'm playing right now. I'm even playing in an even small league here, very small league, and I'm even finding it very challenging, but I keep on pushing. But why am I saying this? I'm saying this to you. Today is 2nd of September 2021. I'm saying this to you to put it in record that whatever you say that you want to do, you've got the power to do it. Jesus says that whosoever that doesn't have strength, that through him that we have strength. In any journey of our life, we need God, and we need his power, and we need his, his grace. In most of the things that we are going through in life, in most of the things that we are passing through in life, sometimes when we've tried to do it on our own self, we can see maybe it's not working out. But now, if we try to do it with the help of God, you see it start moving well for us. I believe that I am called for a reason and for a purpose. The hand of God is upon my life and is upon my career. Although I've failed before, I've failed in so many places, I've failed most of the trials and stuff in all this journey, but that doesn't mean that I'm a failure. Like I've said, you see the story of Joseph. What happens to him didn't take him out of the throne, but what? It took him in the throne. So sometimes most of the things that we're passing through in life is actually to prepare us for whatever throne that God has for us. So in this journey we are together, I am with you, you are with me. To God we can win. With God we can win this battle. So don't give up in your dream, that dream that you think that God has given to you. If you believe that you are called, that God has given you this vision that you want to become a soccer player in life, hold on to that dream. It is possible. Hold on to it. Never give up. Have faith. And another thing also is also for you to work hard, because faith without work is dead. So, as we embark on this journey, today I started this video. This clip is on 2nd September 2021. I've got to know that in most of us trying to become a soccer player, if you don't have that opportunity to be where you want to be, what are you doing at that particular time matters a lot. Most of us, we choose to relax and fold our arms when we say that something is not happening to us. Before David became a king, God put him in a journey of whereby he was shepherding his sheep. He had so many encounters with a lot of bears, and he managed to kill them. That was the preparation that God was, preparing him for the throne ahead of him. So it might be that where you are right now, God is preparing you. So in that preparation, you also need to know that this is actually a preparation period. And that period, you have to prepare yourself. When I mean preparing yourself, you have to prepare yourself in a level whereby if there is any opportunity that comes your way, you can be able, to meet that opportunity. So preparation also matters a lot. So most of us will say we want to become a soccer player. There's nothing wrong with it. But sometimes when you look at yourself and you look at the professional players that are ahead of you, that you're watching on TV, you can see that these guys, they are really professional. What made them professional is not just because of that word professional. There is quality that they have in them that qualifies them to become a professional. So what do? You take time to develop yourself. Those things that you know that you can't do, that are your weakness, that are your fears in the field of play, take your time, develop those areas. because each and every one we are born with a default. You understand? There are some areas that you might not be perfectly good at it. Try to work on that area. Try to perfect them. Now you don't have a team that you are trying to struggle for you to get a team. As you are embarking on that journey, keep practicing. Keep practicing. Go in the page. Learn things. When I mean learn things, learn techniques. You know, those things that you know that this area I'm not very good at it. Learn them. Those are your preparation period that you are. You understand? Your time is going to come. Your time will definitely come. Don't give up. Have faith and believe in God, but also put in work. When I mean work to get to that level whereby someone can see you and say, you know what? No, actually, this guy is really a product. You understand? Because you know, sometimes also, most of we soccer players, if we are going to be honest to ourselves, you see, even if maybe a manager or an agent want to pick you, or he didn't pick you from other people, the reason why he didn't pick you is because of maybe there is something that he didn't see in you, that he was expecting to see in you, but he couldn't see that thing in you. He saw it in the other person. So you have to equip yourself. You have to develop yourself. You know, those weaknesses that you have to develop them. There's going to be a point whereby you will come like this. That thing that you have already put in yourself, that development that you already acquire, it can't hide. Anywhere you go, it exposes you. You understand? So don't give up. We are on this journey together. For me, I've seen the way I play. I'm good in some areas and I'm not good in the other area. But I am embarking on this journey, giving myself, it might be a year, it might be 2 years, I don't know. But I'm putting in the work. Knowing that I know that there is a place that God is going to take me. And I have to prepare myself for that throne, because you have to prepare yourself. Because if you don't prepare yourself nicely, when you get to that throne, it's very difficult for you to maintain that throne. If you get to that throne without preparation, you might face destruction, or you might come back to that level where you are. So you don't jump the process. You have to prepare yourself nicely. Understand? So, but I know that God is going to help us. For most of us that are trying to pursue their dream, that are trying to pursue their soccer career, there's a place that God is taking me and you, just for us to just believe and have faith in Him. Thank you so much. God bless you. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. There are people that are waiting for you out there. There are people that are looking up to you. There are people that want to hear your story. The unborn generation, they want to hear your story. You are not just born by mistake. You are born for a reason. You are a solution to this generation. So don't give up on your dreams. You have to take the cross and do what you have to do. And I pray that God is going to give you the grace and give you the strength. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, probably, when I'm doing my my workout, my morning workout. And yeah. Thank you.